Zeno Nicaragua proudly sponsors Half Wheel's PCA 2025 coverage. Light, creamy with Nicaraguan pepper. Enjoy the best value in cigars today. Zeno Nicaragua.
Hi, it's Charlie Minato from halfwheel.com, and this is PCA 2025, what's in my bag, i.e. if you steal it, this is what you get. Speaking of the bag, it is the same bag that it's been for, I think now 4 years. This is the Tom Bin Shadow Guide. It's 33 liters for those of you that are counting. This is no longer my backpack that I use on a daily basis. It's been relegated to trade show and cigar convention use. It sort of smells like smoke. And the other thing that's a big advantage is it's a pretty big bag that I don't really need the size on a daily basis, but for trade shows, it's very helpful. And that's because I carry around things like this. So this is the Sony A7R4 with a 16 to 35 2.8 lens attached to it. This is the combination that I've been using at the trade show for quite some time now. Not a lot of this stuff, quite frankly, is different than previous trade shows. I find the 1635 to be awesome for the PCA convention and trade show. It allows us to get product shots as well as booth shots, et cetera, et cetera. Lens is a little heavy, but works out well. It's paired oftentimes to this. This is a Sennheiser AVX microphone. There's a little receiver that goes on top of the camera. These are wireless microphones. They work great. We'll have 5 or 6 of them in New Orleans. And the only thing I wish about them is that they were a little bit less expensive. But for people that don't have to use audio gear on a daily basis, those Sennheiser AVXs work awesome. Arguably the most important thing on the table here. This is the trade show credential. This is from one of the Las Vegas shows. I think we'll be seeing a new design this year because the trade show is in New Orleans, probably some like Mardi Gras theme, if I had to guess. There will be, I guess, one bag of bags. So it could be this. This is what I've been using previously. It's also from Think Tank. This is what's living in my sort of current daily backpack. It is from Troubadour. It's a little bit larger. One thing I do like about this one, though, and this is one of the few new things, is that it's got dividers inside of here, which is a lot nicer than the smaller Think Tank, which doesn't have dividers. But this has things like USB cables. It's got a backup battery for the Sony camera, maybe some pens, an extra memory card, just sort of the things that could go wrong, hopefully are solved by what's in that little bag. There are some writing devices. So I have 2 different things to write on. It's going to be curious to see kind of which one gets used more. This is historically what I've used. It's a reporter's notebook. It fits in my back pocket. And the other great thing about it is that the way it opens up, you can hold it with one hand and then have a pen in the other hand and write on it. However, last year we went to using these clipboards with some pre-filled out information that made it a little bit more efficient for us to try to get information from the cigar companies that we're covering at the trade show. So I don't know which one I'll be using. I do know that if I'm going to use a pen, it's probably going to be one of these 2 models. I prefer this. This is the now no longer discontinued. This is the Pilot. They now call it like a clothing writing marker. Used to be known as the envelope pen. And this is a uniball version. They're both 1mm pens. The Pilot one, this one, has just like the darkest, smoothest ink. Not great for not smearing, but it does look nice. And so I'll be using one of those pens on one of these 2 writing devices. I also have some things in the very, very rare event that I end up either taking cigars, stealing them obviously, or smoking them on the trade show floor. I do have a bag with a Boveda pack inside of it. And then for those of you wondering, my lighter and cutter combination remains the same. This is the Blazer PB207, the torch, my favorite torch lighter for all these years. And this is a Davidoff slim double guillotine cutter. I go through stages where I shift to a different cutter model, but I always seem to come back to this. And for something like this where it goes in my pocket, it's great. Let's see what else. I'll have a bottle of water at least in my bag. It will probably be the Target brand water if I had to guess, just given historically what happens. And the final thing in my bag, and one of the more heavier items, is this. It is a Peak Design tripod. I prefer the tripod versus the monopod. The staff sort of split on that. This one has carbon fiber, but it still weighs like 3 pounds. But it's much more stable. I don't have to worry about people running into the tripod and knocking down the camera like I would with the monopod. And it folds up nice and compact and fits great inside of the backpack. So that's everything that's going in my bag. If you're the insurance company watching, I'd like to be reimbursed for all of this. And for more information and coverage of the 2025 PCA Convention and Trade Show, check out halfwheel.com.
Zeno Nicaragua proudly sponsors Half Wheel's PCA 2025 coverage. Light, creamy with Nicaraguan pepper. Enjoy the best value in cigars today. Zeno Nicaragua.